wanted to know what attracted. Why did you choose Peter Berg?
He chose me. I didn't choose. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't choose him. We were friends, and I admired a pilot he directed called Wonderland, and I called him up, and we became friendly. And then we moved into offices next to mine, and then he came in 2003 in June or March or something, and said, "Hey, I got this great idea for a movie," and started laying down what if you landed these, an FBI unit, on site in Saudi Arabia where nobody wants them. Washington doesn't want them there, so the Saudis don't want them there, and have them do, and that became this movie. So would I produce it for him? I said, "You bet, I'd love to." So I'm a big, I'm his biggest fan. So.
You're also a fan of Jamie Foxx's.
Absolutely,
like,
yeah.
Many times with him.
Yeah, this is our fourth. Okay, we're planning a fifth. Yeah. Something called Damage Control. So it was Ali, Collateral, Vice, and then my role as a producer is a little bit different than my role as directing.
So why do you work with him so often? Like, what's the secret of his appeal?
Why do I work with him so often? Because we're like brothers or something. I don't know. I can't really explain it. There's something about our origins or our makeup that makes us just kind of similar in certain ways, different in others, similar in other ways. So we just have an affinity. I just really dig him and understand him, and there's a depth of poetry to the man that's just a hard-bitten, rough guy, but there's a depth of poetry to him that's really unique. And I saw it in its most profound, I believe, when he was doing Boudini and Ali. There was one scene in particular where he really had to reach into the depths of his soul, and that's a place that very few actors have the courage or artistry to get to, but Jamie got there. Yeah, the scene in the slum. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much. Okay.
With a C. With a C. So now you're in Peter Berg's next film, the John Hancock.
Yes,
Hancock
actually, I am working on that right now.
Yeah. So what was it like working with Will Smith?
Man, it's great. One of the greatest experiences of my life, to be honest with you. And I've had some experiences, but to be able to stand next to him and watch what he does in preparation for each scene, and at the beginning of the day, see him come in. The thing I like about Will is he's never, ever late. He's always early, and that's something that with a star of that caliber, I mean, you might not always get. You know what I mean? But he's very welcoming on the set. He's very personable, easy to talk to, and working with him is just, I mean, it makes it easy, to be honest with you, because he's seamless. I mean. You never know when the camera's either on or off with him. You know what I mean? He's the same tempo, the same energy, unless of course it's a fight scene or something like that. But he's a great guy and a great guy to work with.
Fantastic. Is there anything that he's taught you other than the punctuality and like the?
What he's done for me is he's actually reinforced a lot of the things that I believed already about, how to be prepared and how to stay in a zone as far as not trying to get too hyped for a scene or not trying to, have any type of anxiety, come in. When I say being seamless, it's something that I try to do as well. I try not to let there be any difference between action and cut. You know what I mean? If I'm doing the scene with you, I'm going to do it the same with you as I'm going to do it with him. And it's, somebody told me once, actually it was Samuel Jackson told me once, that the definition of acting is being believable in imaginary circumstances. And the only way you can do that is to live the moment and really not think of it as acting. Don't act, be. And that's what I try to do, and that's what I see with Will every day.
Absolutely. Stephen Bishop, pleasure to meet you. Look forward to seeing you in John Hancock.
Thank you very much.
So how's it working with Jamie Foxx in particular?
Good, fun, great. I don't know if you could get a better person, although I'm working with pretty tip-top guy that would be tied for the best guy in the world. That would be Will Smith. Yeah.
What's your next project that you're doing with Peter?
It's called Hancock, and it's about a alcoholic, suicidal, homeless superhero that I help with his image, and then he starts to make moves on my wife, and then I gotta show him what the problem is.
Wow.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Outstanding.
I'm the co-host on Jamie's satellite on the new radio show.
Fantastic.
Have you heard about this?
No.
Jamie's got his own. He's getting so big now. He has his own serious satellite radio
all
show.
over the place.
It's called Foxhole.
Yeah.
So I'm a co-host on the show.
Is that on XM? Or?
It's on Sirius.
Sirius. Okay.
Sirius, yeah, Sirius 106.
What's he like on the radio?
it's funnier because he can say anything he wants, anytime he wants, and it's hysterical. And we're working with great guys who are the other co-hosts on the show, with Johnny Mac and Speed Doggy Dog, and they're funny. It's just,
and what
you're
do
not
you
gonna
bring
believe
to the
this.
table?
Hey, I'm the white guy, of course, and I love it. We have fun, and they brag on me a lot, but we have a lot of fun, and we talk about everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what's the? Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. Like,
Take your time, man. I'm normally on that side.
So like when you're, what's like when you're looking for it in serious, like it's just called the Foxhole?
It's called Foxhole on Sirius 106.
Okay. Like do y'all talk about politics? Y'all talk about
We talk about
fashion? What do you
politics.
talk
We
about?
talk about church. We talk about Brittany not wearing underwear. We talk about
What did Jamie
this
say
week?
about church?
Huh?
What did Jamie say about church?
Listen to the show. But this week we'll probably be talking about OJ, talking about Michael Vick, and talking about everything. So it's and all with a comedy slant. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, you got it.
You're always looking so good. Like,
Thank you.
what are you wearing tonight?
Valentino.
And has your style changed since becoming a mom?
I've always kind of been a schlump, so every now and then I have to kind of try to get it together, but it's not my natural. It's not my natural habitat to be in these clothes.
Thanks, guys.
Very good.
You get a spin with your dress.
Very nice.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Caleb Brown,
Hey,
TV
bro.
guy.
Hey, man.
Good. How is it working with Jamie Foxx?
Fantastic. You know, funny, smart, improv, artist. It's like working with Miles Davis. You know, really interesting human being.
And what do you hope people take away from this film?
First, I want them to be entertained. You know, we set out to make a pretty intense action film, and hopefully that'll be a takeaway. If it gets people talking or thinking a little bit about a region of the Middle East that they might not think about every day, but every time they go to the gas pump and fill up their car, they're dealing directly with Saudi Arabia, that's better, you know. But first and foremost, want to entertain.
Cool. Now you started out doing a lot of acting. Did you foresee becoming a director further down the line? Is that something you're shooting for?
I always wanted to. You know, I studied filmmaking in college and high school. Before then, I made student films. So I always came out to LA with the intention of making films. Thought I'd go to film school, and just worked out differently. I started off acting, and it's fun to, you know, spend your early 20s making movies as an actor.
That sounds awesome. And
Huh?
so that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And so how is it working with Will Smith? You got another one going on right now.
Will Smith is a miracle. I've never met anyone like him. He is positive constantly, hardworking constantly, and extremely talented. I've never met anyone who lives his life with that kind of integrity, and he's the kind of guy you spend time with, and it makes you want to change the way you live your life. He's an inspiration.
That's outstanding. Thank you very much, Peter.
Bye, bro.
And how'd you like working with Jamie Foxx?
The best. He's the best.
Thank you.
Hey.
Yes. It was absolutely incredible. It was better than what I thought. My whole family was there. It was nostalgic. It was an incredible thing because when you would walk, you know, as a kid, walking in Hollywood and seeing the different stars and taking pictures next to the different names that you admired, and now to have your name in a nice spot. It's right in front of the Kodak, right next to Halle Berry and Steven Spielberg, so it's beautiful.
You've accomplished everything. I mean, you've done music, TV, film.
Just-
what haven't you done?
Just getting started. I really feel, in the most humble way, I'm just getting started. I'm just really starting to understand the movie side of everything and understanding how to do a record. Because, you know, for the longest I just kind of like haphazardly went through things. But now I got a great team. I got great friends with Michael Mann and Pete Berg and Will Smith, and it's just great.